Hello friends, wishing you all a very happy and prosperous new year 2021. Today's case is about phacoemulsification with foldable intraocular lens and the topical anesthesia in a case of status post laser iridoplasty for narrow angle glaucoma. This 49-year-old patient diagnosed with both eyes primary open angle glaucoma had undergone laser peripheral iridectomy in 2007 and laser iridoplasty in 2009. Laser iridoplasty is an effective technique for relieving oppositional angle closure. The contraction burns of iridoplasty pull the peripheral iris stroma away from the angle structures to deepen the angle recess. Anterior segment examination revealed shallow, irregular depth anterior chamber, patent peripheral iridectomy, posterior synechiae, grade 2 to 3 nuclear sclerosis. Gonioscopy revealed multiple areas of peripheral anterior synechiae. Intraocular pressure by Goldmann applanation tonometer is 17 mm of mercury. Optic disc showed 0.8 cup to disc ratio with inferior rim thinning. Macula looked healthy. Intraocular pressure was under good control with medical management and had only early visual field effect. Patient preferred to continue with the anti-glaucoma medication and planned for cataract surgery. Optical biometry revealed normal axial length with decreased anterior chamber depth. IOL power chosen was plus 23.5 diopter. Macular OCT was within normal limits. Specular microscopy is suggestive of low cell density below the critical count with increased coefficient of variation and altered hexagonality of endothelial cells. Challenges in this case are: number 1, shallow anterior chamber with multiple areas of peripheral anterior synechiae. There is a posterior synechiae and which resulted in poor dilatation, low specular count, glaucomatous optic disc changes. Here I plan to do synecholysis for posterior synechiae. After releasing the synechiae for non-dilating people, first I will be using a visco to do viscomydriasis. If that doesn't work, then stretch pupilloplasty, and finally if both of them doesn't work, then I'll go with mechanical pupillary dilatation using iris hooks. For low specular count, I'll be using dispersive OVD. Here I am making a 2.8 mm main incision and 2 side port incisions on the either side of the main incision. I'm injecting preservative free lignocaine into the anterior chamber. The technique I used to release the synechiae is under irrigation. Use the dialer or spatula to sweep gently to break the synechiae. Advantages of this technique is that the staining of the anterior capsule becomes easy. Anterior capsule stained with methylene blue, dispersive OVD injected into the anterior chamber, and beautiful viscomydriasis is seen. I am using a bent 26 gauge cystitome to make capsulorhexis, aiming for around 5 mm excess. Here I am using a Sinskey hook to pull the pupillary margin to expose the area underneath the iris, which will be useful for doing a little larger rhexis. Careful hydrodissection is done to avoid the capsular block. Refill the chamber before starting the phacoemulsification with dispersive OVD to protect the endothelium. Here I am doing a direct vertical chop using a Sinskey hook. The machine used is Centurion. I am using a burst mode. Cortex removal done using bimanual irrigation and aspiration. And a single piece foldable hydrophobic intraocular lens implanted in the back. Wounds were sealed. Patient had a beautiful post-op outcome. Thanks for watching.